I'm Commander Shepard, and this is my favorite
podcast
on the Citadel.
Welcome to Andromenerds, the #1 Mass Effect podcast on the internet.
In the world.
My name is Minius of Minius GC, and with me are my co-hosts Chucker from Mass Effect Follower.
Hey guys.
Hey! Exciting.
Hey everyone.
There you go.
That was us, dear.
The one and only BioFan.
Hello. How's it going?
And joining us as a guest host this week, Carlin from HotNotMeh.
How's it going, everyone?
Carlin, you're new to the show. Why don't you fill everybody in on who you are and what you do on the internet?
New phone, who dis?
What do? I basically nerd out over Mass Effect and rant about what I don't like about the video game industry.
That sounds a lot like what we do.
You rant about video games on the internet?
Yes.
Holy shit!
Yes. I know. It's not that common. It's a rarity. I know. Believe me, it's a very niche subject on YouTube, especially. But still.
So you can have an incredibly calm, rational conversation about, video games on the internet, and ranting blows it out of the water.
Exactly.
It's like not even worth having a conversation about it, which we're going to try to do and fail in just a little bit. AbilityDrain may or may not join us. She is currently at the cabin in the middle of the island in the sea and can't get the internet working.
Damn.
But she will.
You make it sound like she's on a tropical vacation.
Well, maybe she is. She will be joining us, though, at the end when we're finally going to play the T-shirt segment that we recorded a couple weeks ago. And, we gave away T-shirts. And you wrote in jokes.
Did we?
All right. Fun stuff. That'll be at the end, so stick around for that. Andromenerds usually post every Monday, unless something really bad happens, which has happened the last 2 weeks. We're going to have to shorten these episodes a little bit because... the technology that we have isn't good enough to render this stuff. BioFan, talk about your rendering process for last week's show.
So last week, I think, was our longest episode ever.
It wasn't, actually.
And
it was.
it wasn't?
Yeah, it was close. It was like within a couple minutes.
So it was our second longest episode ever, but it had more things in it in terms of files. So it took, 15 hours per render, and then and for those who don't know, when you make a video, you then render it, so it turns into a video. So then the first render took 15 hours, and then for some reason it glitched at the end, and then didn't actually turn into a video. And then the second render rendered, but then without any volume for some reason, so there was no audio. So I figured that would not be an entertaining podcast to upload.
Be funny.
And then the third one finally worked.
So at least, it was like the first two were 15 each, and the third one was at least 3 hours, right?
Well, yeah, so that's 33 hours of rendering
that your
time.
computer was shut down. So
when normally it takes about between 6 to 8 for our usual episodes.
So there's a chance you're doing things too fancy, which I absolutely do on the audio side. But whatever, we're going to cut these things down so you don't break your computer, because that would suck.
Yeah, my computer is kind of necessary for doing the whole YouTube's thing.
Imagine Andromeda breaks his computer. Okay, that's great. But so we're going to be a little bit shorter. We'll get to questions a little bit at the end. But if you want to contribute to the show with a question or topic suggestion, you can email us at andromenerds@gmail.com. But something happened today. We're recording on Friday that got BioFan all excited. So we're going to start there.
Okay, so on the EA Access website, it says, quote, additionally, members will be able to experience 10 hours of the next chapter in the epic space opera, Mass Effect TM Andromeda, before its release with the EA Access Play First Trial beginning on March 16th, 2017. So you'll be able to play 10 hours of Mass Effect Andromeda on March 16th with EA Access on the Xbox One.
Whew.
Now,
So
is there a limit?
10
Like, is it like you can
hours.
only, though,
Damn.
play up to this point?
Well, so in Dragon Age Inquisition's EA Access, they gave you, I think it was like 5 or 6 hours, but you could, there was, I'm going to call it a progression lock. There was a progression lock where you couldn't progress past the hinterlands.
Oh, so it's nice to know
So
that
you
I
could
played
play
the
the
demo.
game, you could play all of the character creator, all of the prologue, and then you can get into the hinterlands, but you couldn't go to like Val Royeaux, for example. So you could go like back to Haven, back to the hinterlands and stuff for 5 or 6 hours, but you couldn't progress through the story very far.
Here's something that
So-
ought to be talked about. What is EA Access?
EA Access is a program where you pay $5 a month and you get to play games early, I think.
That's good enough description, yeah.
And then there's some other things. Yeah, but you do get that $5 off the game, I think. No, is it? I forget. There's some kind of discount involved or something. But it's basically EA getting money for something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So go ahead and be positive for a little bit if you want to.
Well, I guess the positive side of this, not necessarily my opinion, but you get to play 10 hours of Mass Effect Andromeda before it's released.
I also think that sucks.
And
I think
yeah,
that's
I also
awesome.
kind of think
Look
that
at how
sucks
me
as
cutting
well.
you off already. I'm like, go ahead and be positive.
No, fuck you. It's
Stop.
awesome.
I kind of
Stop,
agree
fuck
with
you.
you.
This
Like,
sucks.
It's
All right,
10
Tucker.
hours. It's ridiculous.
Tucker, go first then.
Dude, I like that. I think that's pretty... Duper, please.
Well,
I think
here's the
that's-
thing that you don't have to be upset about this because you don't have to play it. I kind of do because I do a YouTube channel on Mass Effect, and
Yeah, it's kind of our jobs to,
I
you
hate
know,
breaking up games
it.
like that. I hate it. I do not want to play 10 hours of a game and then have to wait and then play the rest of it. That sucks.
I'm right there
Now-
with you.
On a side note,
That just really sucks.
On a side note, that should be cut out of the thing. I'm trying to get my dog out of the room, but every time I got my face close to the mic, he just licked me. So prepare to get rid of that, Minius.
I'm not cutting it out. I'm leaving it in, including your
You
description.
have licks.
Yep.
And I even put a picture in
so-
the chat. The dog will not get out.
So anyway,
Damn it,
the
motherfucker.
16th is a Thursday, and then it's the Tuesday after
You got
that the game releases.
Yeah, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and all Monday for 10 hours, and then the game comes out. So, I mean, to be fair, for most people, this isn't going to affect you at all, except for the fact that 10 hours is enough to have spoilers online, which sucks.
Yeah, that's true. Is my
sucks
kind of
a lot.
concern
Okay,
is that there will
exactly.
be
Here's the
a-
thing about spoilers. I don't understand when people, like, because what we do, we make YouTube videos. When they're like, oh, I don't want to see spoilers, things like that. I think with what we do, we don't have a choice. We have to have the game spoiled for ourselves so we can stop the spoilers happening to those that are in our community, like going through comments and deleting those. And
Oh yeah, we just have to.
We have
We
to
have
deal.
to
No.
be in the know about everything,
that's-
so we have to be spoiled.
That's not going to bother me. I'd love to get a early
Yeah.
copy of the game, but I don't know. Boy, it's going to be a little rough. So you either have to stay offline.
I would like to be able to
for
review
multiple
it, do
days.
like a review copy kind of thing.
Yeah,
but-
well, we're still kind of small. I mean, Tucker's huge, but the rest of us are tiny.
booyah, bitches. Nah, I'm not that big, actually.
I'm getting there. I'm good. Oh, I'm coming for you, Tucker. Coming for you, Tucker.
It's on.
Okay.
It's on.
I think me and Minius are about equal again.
Well, yeah, we're still small though. I mean, relatively. I don't know what the
Well, okay, now here's the thing. Comparative to other channels like IGN and things like that, where all of us are small, but comparative for
teeny
Mass
tiny.
Effect channels, I think we're the biggest.
We're the top. Yeah,
Eh,
we're the top for Mass Effect channel.
I'm gonna
probably.
cut this off because people don't really like it when we talk about ourselves too much.
Really?
Okay, well,
Yeah, we talk about like, oh, I can't get the game early. Oh no. Yeah, that
they're-
annoys the shit out of
yeah,
people.
they
dude.
kind of complain when yeah.
Oh, boo-hoo, you guys make YouTube videos for a living. Well, we
It's
get a
like, or
complaint.
they like don't understand how long it takes to make one. Like, oh, it's so easy, anyone
No,
could do it. And I'm
it is
like,
get to complain.
I just spent like 20 hours on my life on this.
Oh.
I absolutely love every single person that watches all of our videos, but come on, we get to complain sometimes.
Yeah, I know. Well, it's just going on
There's-
extensively. So
We have to. Okay.
Alright,
So
fine.
here's let's get it back on track. Will you be playing the early access?
Yes.
How much and
All
what
of
are
it.
you going
Yes.
to do with it?
Everything.
10 hours.
Everything?
Everything.
I bet you there will be spoilers put out, but it's not going to be like the end of the game or anything. It's 10 hours and there's going to be a progression lock somewhere. So it's not going to be like the big spoilers of the game, but you will have like, assuming that it starts from the very beginning, you'll be able to have like the prologue spoilers and stuff. The whole entire prologue is going to be online.
I bet that also like the story of what happens to the father is going to be put up online.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wonder.
Yeah.
Well, I wonder how early in the game your dad does whatever happens to your dad that the rank of Pathfinder passes down to you. It could be in the middle of the game. You don't know. Because, like, for example, in Dragon Age Inquisition, you don't become the Inquisitor until, like, the middle of the game.
Well,
so
remember the EA or the Sony thing? The Sony thing where you're first checking out the Remnant, and the Remnant are, like, the big part of the story? The robot calls you Pathfinder in that.
Well, you didn't find out who the main villain in Inquisition was till that midpoint, where you became Inquisitor as well.
Tucker, who's the main villain in Dragon Age Inquisition?
The dragons.
That's good stuff. At some point, we're going back and forth. Tucker, you kind of do need to play that game.
You really do, in order to see the differences between the two, because they're going to have some similarities, so you can be able to compare. You really need to play it and finish it.
It's super relevant to your channel. Is the problem?
It is extremely relevant to your channel.
At some point.
No, you won't.
Nah,
like,
you won't.
Just speed through it. Don't do any side quests. Literally, just power through it.
I told
so you can be able to,
I
like...
kind of boned myself with the weird level thing.
So then start a new one. It will only take you, like, 2 hours to get where you are in the story.
He'll clear out the hinterlands again.
Yeah, I'd have to redo all the side quests in the hinterlands and kill that dragon again.
You really need
I had to
finish
find
it.
all those 3 bear claws that it took me 3 days of finding that third bear claw.
Okay, Tucker.
Man,
Tucker.
come on. I've cleared the hinterlands like 5 times now. Come on, Tucker.
I
I believe in
cleared
you,
the
man.
hinterlands 10 times. Just do it.
Yeah, so anyway, actually, this no wonder you like this idea of a 10-hour EA early access. You're just going to be screwing around the whole time ananyway.
Oh, yeah.
This is like perfect for you. You can just screw around ahead of time.
It's going to be like,
I
do
will
this
say-
mission. Nah, I'm going to blow up that plant.
I will say, I think the best part of having that EA Access 10 hours is that you can spend like 6 of those hours finally making a perfect writer character. So you can make like your perfect, like, you can do what you think is right, start playing, realize it's horrible, go back to the drawing board, tweak it a bit, realize it's still horrible, go back, tweak it some more, do a little plastic surgery and whatnot, go back in and be happy with it. So that way you will be able to just go right on in on March 21st or 23rd, depending on where you live, and you can just begin playing with your already perfectly made writer.
All right, 2 questions right from there. First one.
Yeah.
Does it save? Like, so your save, are you able to translate
Yeah,
that right
your save will transfer to the full game on the 21st or 23rd or
All
wherever
right, second
you are.
question. The EA Early Access, is that the 17th? Is that also available to the European players?
It's on the 16th. I have not heard anything about
or
European.
did they also have to wait 2 more days with that
There
as well?
was literally just one sentence in the article, right?
Literally just
I
one
didn't read
sentence
it.
on the
We're
website
blowing out
listing,
one
yeah.
sentence into about a 10-minute discussion.
Yeah, it's
Twitter.
literally one sentence. It's one sentence.
Wait a week.
I can read it again if you want.
Yeah, and of course that's only. Is it only if you're playing on the PlayStation? You're boned.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is odd.
I don't know if it's Origin access as well, or if it's just for Microsoft.
Well,
I would
I
bet
believe
it's
that
just EA
Sony
access.
didn't want to do the EA access, and it's probably because EA gets more money for it, and Sony didn't like it, or not. I don't know. It's a conspiracy. It's a
So,
conspiracy to make
it-
money. I'm not cool
I think
with
it might just be EA access, so just Xbox One, because it's Microsoft is the EA access. So I'm thinking
It should be on PC though,
'cause-
right? Don't they do that?
I thought EA access was only on
It's
Xbox.
only on
Which is
Xbox.
weird.
Yeah, EA access is only on Xbox. Then Origin access
I
is on the
see.
PC,
Fucking
but I
Origin
haven't heard anything about Origin access yet.
That's ridiculously complicated.
It is more complicated than it needs to be, yes.
Yeah. It's
literally like the same
Oh.
company's name, but like... Yeah.
All right. Well, we're going to have more information on this when we get more information. Right now we have one sentence. That a lot
It
of
is a very
questions.
densely
Have
packed
you seen
sentence.
the
It
theories
has
that
some-
I've come up with less than that?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh,
I like how videos are like exactly the same time. Yeah.
Yes.
Believe me, it's one sentence, but it will be blown out of the water into like 80 different theories by, I'd say, 8 o'clock tonight.
I will weave in a theory about Koreans with that early access.
Oh my God,
please
please
do.
no.
It's
do.
proof. It's proof that there are Koreans, that there's an early access.
I mean,
Because
look at
Koreans get up
here's
early
the
in the
thing.
morning.
I know
Because
they're
Koreans
Bigfoot,
like to
but-
do things early and efficiently. That it being early is
posted-
showing that Koreans are in the game, and the specific date is the birth date of a Korean somewhere in the game. Undeniable proof there.
Oh, God. I need my Koreans.
This is
I
gonna be good
posted this
stuff.
thing on Twitter and on Tumblr and whatever, and it became very popular. And it was like news. Oh, wait, what was
Thing
it?
is, I'm not a huge Korean fan. I just love the blowing Korean theory.
Yeah, I love the blown
was
up Korean
news.
theories too. I'm starting to really,
was-
really enjoy it.
The thing I posted was news, Reyes, fandom. Oh my God, it's a Korean. News, Jal, fandom. Oh my God, it's a Korean. News, accidental sneeze, fandom. Oh my God, it's a Korean.
All of those are true, by the way. There are 3 Koreans in the game, and you named all 3.
Believe me.
And one of them is named accidental
Yeah.
sneeze. Yeah.
It's actually just the noise.
That's it.
Yeah, that sounds like it could be a Korean name.
I hope that too is romanceable.
It is so fun. I'm a huge Korean fan. I want them in the game so bad, but even when it comes to like, look at this blurry ass image. Look at it. It's got Korean legs. I'm just like, I want it to be a Korean. I do, bro. I do. But please calm down. Not everything is a Korean.
Not everything.
They're probably gonna be in the
Not
game.
everything's a
Probably.
Liam
Okay.
Liam
but
is
still.
a Korean.
Yeah, Liam and
kinda
Jora
weird.
are Koreans.
No,
Liam
Cora
and-
is not.
The
Liam.
Koreans that got their legs cut off and then got them replaced with human prosthetics.
Wait, how do you know Liam? How do you know Liam's a Korean, not Korra?
Because Cora is a
I
coral.
thought we said both.
No, Cora is a coral. Their names are too similar. Cora is a sentient coral that has come to life and taken form inside of a spacesuit.
Holy shit! Why did I ask?
Oh my god.
That would be original.
I actually do think a while back there were several people saying Korra was a Korean because of one screenshot from
Oh yeah.
God, it was some kind of gameplay.
Look at
footage
her
before.
legs. Her
It's-
legs are
Yeah,
human shaped.
I know. It's like,
The
dude,
mask
just look at her
though, was
legs.
a little funky on
like
that. I
the
remember
thing
that.
is their helmet style in this game looks very similar to the Korean helmet style, is why everyone's going, oh my god, the Korean.
It's a slight. Oh, guys, the visor. Look, visor. Is it purple? Is it purple? No, it's blue. Damn.
And I'm like, guys, look at the legs of the people and the 5
Yeah.
fingers that they have.
It's basic fictional biology, people. Just look at them, please. Pay attention to the details.
I do like the ones though where the thing is totally blurry and could be anything.
Yes.
That's evidence of the core.
Yeah.
Those are my
Oh, yeah.
favorites.
Because
That's like you can't shut them down on that when they point that out to you. There's no shutting them down because you can't prove it's not a Korean because it's a blur.
Oh god.
So
Believe me, I know. I covered
another
it.
thing, another recent thing that's got people kind of butthurt is that the Tempest will have no main gun,
Oh,
cannon,
God.
weaponry,
That's-
whatever.
The Tempest, who cares?
I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm not bothered. The Normandy used its main gun like what, maybe 3 times in the entire trilogy? Maybe
Once in the first game and twice in the second game, I believe. I don't think it
Couple
was ever
times in
used
the-
in Mass Effect 3.
I think it was just once in the second game,
Yeah,
wasn't it?
might have
Was-
just been
I
once
could.
in the
It
second
might have just
game,
been
yeah.
like the final showdown when you destroy the collector ship. I think that's the only time you use the main gun,
I
isn't
could have
it?
swore they shot twice at the Collector's main ship. I might be wrong, but I could have swore it was twice.
Wow, so it had
This-
such a huge impact on us that we don't know how many times they've
This
Exactly.
is actually a question that I had set up from Michael Dunn was, how do you feel about the Nomad Tempest not having weapons?
The Nomad I can see people being a little bit upset about, but of course we haven't got our hands on it yet. So
Yeah.
I feel
don't
like
know. That
that's-
might not matter.
I feel like,
'Cause, like-
though, it not having weapons is very much heavy a gameplay decision. Because how many times did you just kind of sit back in the Mako and just shoot the enemies before going into the buildings?
All the time.
I ran them
Yeah.
over.
Well, yeah, you can
Yeah,
run them
no.
over, but if you don't have weapons, you still get damage getting close and while hitting them.
Yeah.
But if you could just sit back and snipe them with the cannon, I mean, it would kind of ruin some of the gameplay.
They want you to
Yeah,
play on the
I
ground,
agree.
I guess, maybe.
So I feel like that's very much heavy a game decision.
I'm one of
Depends a
those-
lot.
The reason
on
they
the-
don't...
Depends a lot on the layout
they're-
of the maps too.
And
Yeah,
their
like, we
reasoning
haven't
for
seen a
not
whole lot.
having
Exactly.
weaponry on the Tempest is that we're like a scouting ship and like for exploration and stuff. We're not a like military ship. And Mac Walters used #We Come in Peace. And so a lot of people were like, oh my god, you have to have guns. You're going to a new galaxy. There's going to be like shit that goes down and stuff. And I'm like, they never said that there was.
I mean, there's still
got
going to
other
be
you don't
weapons
like
in
that doesn't
game.
have to happen in the story. You don't have to have that happen.
How lame would it be if they brought like 3 ships, and that's it? And like one of them is the big space station, the other is the Ark, and the other is the Tempest. That's it. That's all they got. Come on, there's gonna be
That
more
we
than
know
3
of.
ships. There are gonna be other ships. Some of them are gonna have guns.
Shuttles. There's shuttles. That's confirmed in one of the like thingamajigs. And then
I do think that's a
there's
science term for it, actually.
at least four Pathfinder ships, then 4 Arcs, and the Nexus that we know of. Probably a whole lot more, I would assume.
Yeah, I'm just assuming there are gonna be some fighters. They're definitely fighters that escort
Yeah,
you. on the way
there
out.
are fighters because they said there would be like when we in the Arcs and Nexus briefing, it said that like when they approach Andromeda, a small escort of like fighter ships will protect us in case anything happens. That to me sounded really sketchy.
Yeah, the Batarians would take care of that, right? Like you just walk by and there's like a gigantic ship full of loot going through Batarian space. They're taking that shit out. That's not happening.
We'll see what happens on March 16th.
On March 16th. So anyway, that's your early preview. I believe you said it earliest when I asked you what EA Access was, why this thing exists. It's for money. They get money
It's
from this.
for money.
This is not a
It's to
not
make
a
them
demo or
dollar
something like
bills,
that.
y'all.
I mean, the thing that I would much rather prefer them to do is to open up a multiplayer beta and let people play around with it for a long time, which
Yeah,
is the next
because
topic.
Yeah, because the
multiplayer
thing
beta.
is,
Let's
that
talk about
thing's it's got to open in February, which gives like a month and a half for people to play it. How much can you tweak it if something is horribly wrong that you didn't know about, that the people that are playing the beta discover if you only have like a month and a half to tweak it to make it better, you know?
Yeah, it's no longer a real beta, probably.
Yeah, it's just kind of like an early access that you can't talk
It's
about.
a demo. I expect it'll be open.
It's an NDA demo, essentially.
You think it'll be NDA at that point?
Oh, yeah, they did that. They did something similar for Inquisition's multiplayer.
All right.
And the beta, I assume, may continue forward in that the people that are in the beta will be able to play like DLC for the multiplayer before it's released and get feedback on that too. Because that's what they did with Inquisition.
I feel like EA's gonna more go the route of Battlefront beta, which is let a few people in early, and then have the open beta for like 2 days.
I'm thinking more along the lines of having an open beta that's open and demo-ish. And
Oh, I mean, it's going to be an open beta. It's not going to be an NDA beta.
yeah, that it's too big.
And especially
We'll
because
see.
they're trying to bring this series back, which it hasn't had a game in a while. They really want everyone to get... They want to get as many people interested in it as they can, so they won't have that open.
especially because it's a reboot for the franchise too.
Yeah.
So what's our guess for beta date?
I'd say mid-February.
Yeah,
I really
I'm going with
fucking hope it's
mid-February,
mid-February because that's when I
Right.
don't have college or I don't have college
It's all
or
about
work
you,
or anything.
right?
Well,
All
hey,
about you.
no, I'm just saying that's what I hope it is.
Oh, I was saying I think that's the likely time.
Yeah, that too. Let's go with that one.
I'm going early February.
Okay.
That's my call.
Yeah.
What about you, Minius? Are you going March 21st, Minius?
Yes. I don't know. I don't know.
Or March 16th?
I've already kind of
No.
proven that I am not on whatever marketing wavelength they are. They're doing something that's weird and totally foreign to me.
They're saving everything for like the last bit, and I'm not sure how that works exactly. I don't have formal marketing education, so I can't tell you other than what I experience from doing what I do. But what I think, at least from what I see, is that you have the majority of consumers are in this collective that I'm going to call like the uninformed, less attentive bunch that probably aren't watching this podcast, because everyone that's usually watching this podcast is very much like they're in the know relatively. So I feel like the bunch that aren't usually in the know, the majority of the consumers that are going to buy the game, when you have 2 months before launch, I don't think that they're going to be able to like catch up with all the news that's going to be put out with the massive amount of stuff they're going to drop in the last minute. I don't think that a lot of that's going to reach them. Is my concern with that.
Really, there's only one point to marketing, and that's to sell the game. So you don't really need a bunch of information to sell a game. You do need to have people interested, though. And the one,
so that's what I'm saying.
The one perception that I'm worried about and continue to worry about is that it doesn't, like, a lot of people are worried that the game isn't ready or something's wrong with it. And holding off on all this stuff kind of reinforces that.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that are worried just because they aren't showing enough of it.
Of course, how large is that audience? I don't know. There isn't a clear-cut, this is how you should market a game strategy out there. So trying stuff is a way to do it. And who knows, they might be able to dominate the gaming conversation through February and early March. And if they do that, then it's successful. If that's the only game people are talking about for a month before it comes out, then that's what you want. So that could work. Maybe.
We're all going to die with the amount of stuff they're going to put out in like a month and a half.
I don't even know how I'm going to handle it. So much editing. So much editing.
I'm just going to die. We're all going to die is what's going to happen. We're all just going to die. What I've been doing is I've been doing like shorter news updates so I can kind of consistently stay on top of it a little bit better. So doing it like maybe like 5 to 8 minute long ones instead of like 10-minute long ones. So try and do like one a week. As soon as I can type out like 1,000 words, then I just do it.
Hey guys.
Yep.
On the topic of betas, the Halo Wars 2 beta's out right now.
Oh my god!
You like Halo? What?
Whoa! I'm gonna stop recording right now and go get it.
It is actually really fun. Y'all can go fudge yourself.
I love Fudge.
Dude, Fudge is delicious.
That sounds great.
Fudge is the
Fudge
best.
is awesome, dude.
I want to go to Killand and get one of those like big, like the white chocolate fudge stuff. Ooh, that sounds good.
Now we're talking.
I'm actually going to go do that after.
I vote that we title this episode "Fudge is Awesome."
No, can we go fudge yourself?
Go Fudge yourself. Okay, that works.
And it'd be like, it could be Scott Ryder, and instead of a face, it's Fudge.
How is that gonna work? It's just like a blob.
Yes, it will be a blob of fudge in a space.
You can do the official Liam and Cora reveal. You take off their helmets and it's just a bunch
They're
of fudge.
fudge people.
They're just fudge people.
They take off
They're
their
inanimate fudge
Liam,
inside
you're
of
Korean.
spacesuits.
Actually, I'm Fudge.
Oh,
Fudge.
Oh, what the fuck?
you see the reveal? He takes off his helmet. It's a Quarian helmet underneath, and then takes off the Quarian helmet, and it's just a bunch of fudge.
Who saw that coming?
So another bit of news that happened recently, it's kind of a leak. I don't know if it's technically a leak, but it's kind of a leak, is that, and it's not a major leak, so if you're like, oh god, spoilers, like calm down people, it's not that bad. So what was revealed is through Funko Pop, who puts out those little figurine things, you know, they revealed in one of their like news update kind of things that they're going to put out a Liam Costa Funko Pop figurine. So Liam's last name is Costa. And then one for a character named Jal.
Do you think it's Jal or Jal? I'm thinking
I think it's Jal.
You don't think they got like an apostrophe in between the A's?
There's no apostrophe in there.
Well,
And
Funko knows what they're doing, right? Yeah.
Yeah, Funko. I have never seen Funko do anything necessarily like wrong to that regard. So I would assume it's just Jal instead of Jal.
It'd be really funny if.
Because think about how hard that would be to pronounce if you're going Jal.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure there'll be
This could
an
be
H in there for
pronunciation. It could be different depending on
It's jail.
how they are.
It could be jail.
Jail. What's up, Jail?
What's up, jail man? What's up? Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, now I'm like 90% certain it's Jal.
Oh, got you saying it.
It's Jal.
See, it's catchier.
Jail.
Maybe you pronounce the J as a G, so it's like it's Gale. Oh. Okay, I'm done.
It's a silent jail. It's a silent J. It's just all.
It's a silent J. It's all.
All.
What if
Or
the
wait, maybe
entire
it's
name
a
is
silent L, so it's jaw.
Yeah. It's, the entire
It's
name
jaw.
is silent, or the J and the L are silent, so it's just
There are no letters.
This is alien names
Oh my
confusing.
God.
You can do whatever you want with it.
Jaw.
If there is a hyphen or apostrophe in that name, I'm gonna make fun of it a lot because I'm so tired of that in sci-fi stuff. Every alien does not need an apostrophe in their name. Doesn't need to be a thing.
Yeah, Tally Vas Normandy, whatever, Tally Zora thing.
No, just be tally. You don't like whatever. Don't need to apostrophize everything.
Okay, I think at this point BioWare just needs to troll us and just have a random Solarian called Bob somewhere in the game.
Absolutely.
Just be like, wait, does it have like an H? Is that like a BOHBEE? No, it's just Bob.
Just Bob. B.O.B.
Oh my god.
What do you think a Solarian would sound like with a southern accent?
Oh my god. I think we'd
Beautiful.
all die first off if that happened.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
I know I would. I'd die laughing. I'm from Texas. I'm from a very deep part of Texas. And
Oh, we're in Texas.
I originally was from Baytown, about an hour outside of Houston. Oh man. Right
Okay.
next to the Gulf.
Ooh, nice. Yeah, I know where Baytown is.
Oh, nice.
So can either of you guys pull off a Solarian southern accent?
Let's see. Jeez, I can't even imagine how that would happen.
Yeah, isn't it like you get started in your mind? You're like, wait a minute, I can't do that. That doesn't work.
The mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell, y'all.
Shepherd, don't ingest. Jeez. I just imagine a
When the
Solarian.
propulsion of the bullet hits exactly 98.7 miles per hour in kilometers and things like that, M equals MC squared, and y'all...
It's the one
I'm just trying to
Solarian
think of
that can
something.
grow facial hair, and he has like an old miner's facial hair
Yes.
and overalls on in the lab. Just
All right, now this needs to happen.
Jeez. Oh my god. I know that the
Y'all don't have tacos on this ship. Well, darn
let me just say this: there had better be space tacos in this game. Okay.
There's space cans of beans, so we're like halfway there.
Oh yeah. Good point. If we
Have
can,
you guys seen the Omniblade cosplay thing?
Yes. Saw that the other day.
Yes.
Yes.
Where are the tracks? I lost the tracks. we were on
What?
tracks. We were talking about Solarians.
Were we?
Well, then, Tucker, let's go. How do we get from Solarians to Omniblade cosplay? Just take us
Facebook.
inside your mind for a second. I'm serious.
I think that's a very scary place, Maze. I don't think you want to go there.
No pressure,
know.
Tucker. No pressure.
Did you see it?
Come on.
Were you watching a cat video the whole time,
Oh!
and then like a Omniblade popped up?
Oh! Mass Effect responded to my tweet. Quick
What'd they
sidetrack.
say?
I asked, is EA access the same day for UK as it is for the US, or do they have to wait? And Mass Effect responded saying yes. EA access for Mass Effect Andromeda starts on March 16th for all members.
So that was actually relevant too. At first, I thought you were gonna like fanboy out or something. Like, oh my god, they responded.
I asked what Fudge they like.
All right, cool. Actual information on the fly.
I even
Nice.
actually responded saying yes, this is relevant to the podcast.
Oh man.
Speaking of Twitter and stuff, we usually do a weekly poll, and our timing last week threw it way off. We asked, which of these abilities would you most like to see return for Mass Effect Andromeda? We asked Biotic Flare, Shadow Strike, Biotic Slash, and then Frag Grenade.
Booyah,
Which
bitch.
which came in last with an actually surprising 17%. 17% of you said of those four you'd rather see Frag Grenade. Screw all of you.
I think it's because people just wanted to fuck with us because they knew that one was Tucker's.
It's very possible. Anyway,
One
Shadow
day-
Strike came in first with 39%.
One
Biotic Flare
day,
had
people will
23,
just vote because they
Yeah,
know that's
but
mine and
Flare,
they'll think
what's
that's funny.
up?
and Biotic Slash had 21. Yeah, I hope that's why, because man, you know how many games have a frag grenade in it? like games with guns.
Every
Halo
game.
has frag grenades.
Oh my!
There you go.
I can't think of games that don't have frag grenades if you have a gun. It's like standard.
Portal.
Is there? That's a portal gun, and like shooting enemies.
What's
Left 4
that one
Dead.
that's by Nintendo that has like the paint guns? You know that one, something?
Splatoon?
Left 4 Dead.
Splatoon, yeah, that one. Yeah, I don't think that one has frag grenades.
What about Left 4 Dead?
Oh.
Left 4 Dead.
Really,
Left 4
not
Dead
any
does not have
grenades in
frag
that?
No. What about Dead
Interest-
Space?
No?
Yeah.
think
Well.
of
Okay, so what poll
So,
do we want to have?
so you're
this
saying
week?
Dead Space 4 would happen if there were frag grenades in Dead Space 3?
Dead Space is not happening.
Yeah.
It's another Dead Space isn't happening.
Yeah, don't see that happening.
Do we want to have a early access related poll?
Sure. I love having polls.
How do you feel about it? Should we do that, or what do you want to do here?
Can we say what's your excitement? 1 or 2? Can we just say that? Can that just be the
Yes.
poll? What is your excitement? 1 or 2?
Just what is your excitement? 1 or 2?
Yes.
No context.
No context. What is your excitement? 1 or 2?
All right, I'm in. All right. All right, let's go for it. BioFan, you okay with that?
I have a what?
It is. No, it's what is your excitement? Just that.
That's it.
What is your excitement?
No context.
No context whatsoever.
Really, people? I mean,
I think it's actually like it's growing
are
on me
people
quite a
even
bit.
gonna want to take this poll?
It's so beautiful.
It's great because people are gonna know who came up with the poll right away.
I wonder how many comments are gonna be. Did Tucker rate this one?
I'm gonna put in brackets. Tucker picked this one.
I could just
Rate your
I could just
excitement.
see the thinking going with this though. It'd be like, oh wait, okay, so 1 probably means best because number 1. Oh wait, or does 2 mean double?
Or just
better?
2 because 2 is yeah exactly.
They're fucking with my mind, man. I don't know what to do. They just jump out a window.
I'm actually
No,
like
you should-
legitimately curious to see which one wins.
You should. No, you,
1 or
I was
2.
gonna say you should either be like, what is your excitement? 1, 3, or 4? Just skip the 2.
No, just go. It's 1 or 2. We'll keep it there because that's like.
Okay, so I have weekly Andromenerds poll. What is your excitement? Blame N7 follower. 1, 2.
Okay, put it out there.
Do it.
Okay.
Let it out. Let it out into the world. Let it happen.
All right, we got to get some some questions in, and then we got to get to the other segment so we don't break BioFan's computer.
Oh shit! I did it from the BioFan Twitter, not the Andromenerds.
How dare you?
Whoops.
What? Who put that
Whoops.
there?
Whoops.
Why don't you take that down and fix it?
Whoops.
Tucker, do we have we have
What?
questions?
Yeah, we have questions. One of them
we
we,
do have
actually already
questions?
answered somewhat in the podcast.
Okay, cool. Is there anything I should know?
There are new messages at your private terminal.
Well, yeah, we have questions.
Hey,
Sweet.
trainer, what's up?
I like how AbilityDrain hates that segment. I'm glad. All right, what do we got?
So, because we already answered one of Michael Dunn's questions, he had 2 of them, I just thought, let's first throw on that one. And it's a meta question. What is the hardest thing about making this podcast?
Dealing with your derailment.
Oh, I just think it's easily schedule matching.
Yeah, schedule match.
I mean, that's a stupid answer. The derailment answer is much better, so we'll go with that.
Mine is trying to come up with good derailments.
Trying. Is that what you're doing when you're silent? You're not actually looking at pet videos. You're thinking of how can I derail this podcast?
No,
The
I'll
hardest.
be looking at like pet videos and I'll remember like I had a really good avocado sandwich today. I should tell people about that.
You derailed your own derailment. That's good.
Yeah, right? It's a meta derailment.
Derailception.
All right. So, Eric Ness. Now, Eric Neese. Let's go with that one. My wife is going to give birth to our baby girl later this month. Congratulations. We will be naming her Liara, and I was wondering what Mass Effect character, if any, you would name your own child after.
I plan to name my future dog either Arya or Rex.
I don't know if that's the same level, and humans kind of.
Oh, well, okay. Excuse
Yeah.
me, my fur baby.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I
would name a kid Arya. I think that's a cool name.
I think Tally would be a cool name. I would name it.
One is currently in the lead.
Is it
think we
really?
could- Do you think we could have
With 5
this?
votes.
Do you think we could have this baby on as a special guest?
Well, I'd love to have Liara on the show. Yeah.
That'd be awesome. But I can't think of really any name that
Yeah.
I would give to a kid. I mean, I absolutely love the Mass Effect universe, but I wouldn't name a kid after any character. I can't think of.
I mean, if I happen to really like the name and it coincided, then,
Yeah.
Whatever. But I don't think I would purposely name my child.
I guess I would
after
go
it.
with Liara though too. I mean, Liara was my favorite.
Liara is a cool name,
Yeah,
yo.
Morden.
probably Liara,
Morden if it was a dude.
Tally, that kind of stuff.
Morden if it was a guy.
Yes, I would go with that.
Yeah. It's tough naming your kids weird stuff.
I mean,
But Liara sounds really cool, so you could probably just go like, "Oh, that sounds neat."
on
So that one would
And
work.
Liara's a cool character to be named after, too.
I mean, on
Exactly.
a side kind of note, this isn't specific.
better than Jacob.
This isn't specific towards Eric Nestle, but naming a name is something that you're stuck with for your life. So,
Well, her name will be like Liara Nestle. It's not like it's Liara to Sony Nestle or something like that. I hope.
but I wish
currently-
the absolute best of luck to Eric Nestle Monster. So,
I like how you pronounced his name correctly and then corrected yourself and tried to mispronounce his name as many ways as possible.
This guy's email said, "My name is so simple, I don't think Tucker can mispronounce it." So,
And you're like,
let's bring that on.
try, but you got it right and then tried to prove it wrong repeatedly.
So Nestle Crunch here can see that I mispronounced his name.
So actually, you can tell it doesn't matter what you name your daughter because Tucker is going to mispronounce it.
There you go. What's the next question?
All right, but again, we all wish you the best of luck and congratulations on the kid.
It sounds awesome actually.
All right, so Simon Marshall says, "Do you think there will be multiple options for a human homeworld in Andromeda? And if so, would that mean wildly different endings concerning politics, allies, enemies, etc.?"
Isn't it already kind of like inferable that there will be more than one world for humans
Well,
to live on?
what I
and
think
stuff?
he's meaning
because
is
we're colonizing, so.
Well, what I think he's meaning is like a main one. Like, where do you want to put your main hub? And you have like different options.
Oh.
And this one may have a higher buff to upgrading weapons. This one may have a higher buff to upgrading armor. Just different.
I don't think we're gonna have a main.
Yeah, if we do, it's not going to be much more than that kind of buff, though. I don't
think we'll have a main hub. I think it's like our Nexus is the hub for the organization, and then there's different human colony worlds that we
unless
establish.
there is an option to take over somebody else's home world and make it yours, because that could have story ramifications.
Multiplayer.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Like you're like, oh, check out this home world's awesome, but there's these adorable bunny people on it. You're like,
Man.
no, it's our home world now. Get out.
You know,
This homeworld is awesome.
Kill the bunny.
I really need that +5 metal coming in, for resources. So, bunny people, could you move out? Wait, you won't? Okay.
God.
Bring in the big guns.
Genocide.
I need that extra ore.
So it's the plot to Avatar.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly.
Man,
this
looks
yeah.
awesome, but the bonuses.
There's like this struggling people. You're like, but I need +4 to health.
The comments on our poll are, I have no idea what this means. What does this mean?
Oh,
It's bad because BioFan has to do it, and he's like the least interested in that poll, and so he's gonna get blamed for it. 2 with the commanding
I
lead.
put blame N7 followers, so people know whose fault it is.
2 has a commanding lead. 62%
Oh my god, there are
to 1%.
43 votes on this thing.
What?
Oh yeah, our polls usually get like 600 votes by the time
But
they vote.
this one is like it's got a numbing quality to it because you're gonna look at it and instead of having an answer, you're gonna go like, what the fuck is this?
I can imagine somebody sitting down and having like a philosophical theorizing session over this whole thing. Just like, but
One
which
or
one?
two.
But it's simple. But is it that simple?
Like you're looking at the question, you're like, but what is 2? Like what is 2?
I don't know, but 2 has the lead right now with 65%.
Go 2.
Well, I'm gonna have to try to revive that segment next week. I hope I didn't just kill it.
Nah, it'll be good.
All right.
Come up with an idea beforehand, maybe.
Here's a question that I got. How do you get your questions read on Andromenerds?
By having an interesting question?
That is the key, right? Your question has to be interesting, right?
Not
like
really.
the most
What it
interesting...
is I try not to go over repeat questions. I mean, sometimes they do slip in, but if there's a question on there that I know either we've answered, we can't really answer, or that would be too short of an answer.
Okay, I imagine it also helps if your question is not very long.
That too. There have been some questions that are, I'm not even joking, I just read one question that this person wrote over 500 words.
Oh.
Which we appreciate your dedication, but it's hard to go through a whole bunch of 500 word stuff.
I'm going to give a shout out here to Joe Blow for that, but like, dude, no.
So the key is to write a question that's nice, can start a good discussion, and tickles Tucker's fancy. Like this next question.
What?
Oh, wow. Way to ruin that.
This one is by C. Wallace, and this person says it's not necessarily a question, but more of a topic that he feels should be discussed. And I've gotten a few other questions like this, which is why I'm throwing this one in. The different versions of the game that are coming out and what each edition actually includes. He's a bit confused as to what's going on and would like some help with it.
Talking about like the special editions and stuff?
Yeah, like the standard edition, special edition, the Nomad edition, all that stuff.
Hold on. I got an image for this. Let me pull it up. I will tell you exactly.
Can you put it on the screen?
I will put it on the screen.
That
Bam.
picture will not trump the one that I just put in chat with the dog.
You know what? I think it will.
You asking a question and derailing it immediately.
I make the videos, and I can tell you which picture is going to make it in and which one's not.
It's little minor stuff, right? I don't ever recall one except for the remote control car sticking out.
I mean, there's the vanilla edition, the standard one. Can't really go over much of that.
So if you pre-order, then I'll start with pre-order. If you pre-order, you get the Deep Space Explorer armor, a multiplayer booster pack, and a Nomad skin, like an extra skin for your Nomad to change its color. And that's just if you pre-order. And the standard edition doesn't automatically come with those. You have to pre-order that. And then the deluxe edition comes with all of that I just mentioned, plus a Pathfinder casual outfit, scavenger armor, Pathfinder elite weapon set that says there's 4 weapons, a pet Pyjack, the digital soundtrack, 1 multiplayer deluxe launch pack, and that's everything that comes in the deluxe edition. And then the super deluxe edition has all of that, but it has 20 weekly packs for the multiplayer deluxe thingamajig.
Holy shit, really? 20?
Yeah, 20 weekly packs. There's a big price difference, though. Yeah. Like, the Super Deluxe Edition's like $90 versus the Deluxe Edition's like, what, like 60 or 70 or something? 60, I think. I forget. And then it also has like another multiplayer booster pack thing. So the Super Deluxe Edition basically is just a ton of multiplayer bonuses compared to the regular Deluxe Edition. The Deluxe Edition has a bunch of cool stuff. The Super Deluxe Edition has all that cool stuff, but like a ton of multiplayer stuff on top of that. So really, the way to make the decision between the standard deluxe and super deluxe is, do you want the cool stuff? Go for the deluxe edition. Do you play a lot of multiplayer? Maybe go for the super deluxe edition. If you don't play a lot of multiplayer, like I might play like maybe 10 hours, maybe max of this multiplayer thing. So I'm just gonna go with the deluxe edition. That's how I'm gonna do it.
Now there's also the Nomad edition.
The collector's edition, you mean?
You can get the Nomad and tack on the game for, I think, like a few bucks cheaper.
The game is not included, actually.
You can order it with the game. And for it's $50
You can order
cheaper.
it with the game, but it's not like the game isn't included with the collector's edition.
No, but
and the collector's edition also has like a metal case you can put your game in.
By the way, that makes it not a collector's edition.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I know.
Officially.
That's kinda weird.
If
But
if
it
you
does-
don't get the game, it's not a collector's edition. It's just a
it
piece
is.
of thing.
It makes it a Nomad with a metal case edition.
But it is like a few bucks cheaper, I think, if you get like the game with the Nomad. Isn't it like $5 cheaper or $10 cheaper, something like that?
I haven't seen that.
On the idea of
there's also
this-
with the quote collector's edition, you can get one that's cheaper. That has a Nomad that's not remote controllable versus the more expensive one has a remote controllable. You can also just buy the Nomad separately, both versions separately, from the quote collector's edition. And supposedly they may add more to the collector's edition, so I hope they do, because I don't think many people are going to buy it. Because, I mean, the Nomad thing's cool, but like it's hella expensive for just that.
There's too many options. There's too many options.
If you play a ton in multiplayer, you may want to do Super Deluxe. If you just want the cool stuff, Deluxe Edition. It's basically how
So
it
I already know that I'm buying all the stuff digital, so I haven't actually even made a decision yet on which one I'm going to buy. But I probably got to get on that because people keep on asking, and I feel like woefully uninformed. It's got a mind-numbing quality
I've
to
reserved mine. I reserved my Deluxe Edition and my Collector's Edition strategy guide at GameStop.
it. Yeah, if you're getting a physical copy, you might want to get on that. I don't
Yeah.
need physical copies anymore.
I mean, for as many hours as I'm putting into this game with covering it, I want the physical copy, just to commemorate the fact of all that work I put in. I want to see that disc every time I open my game drawer and be like, oh yeah, that's this cool, awesome thing I did for millions and millions of hours.
I ordered the Nomad.
The remote control one? Or the
Yeah.
diecast one?
Yeah,
Or the little tiny one?
The remote control one.
Okay, because I saw 3 different options, and that's when I stopped looking. I was like, oh my god.
Yeah, I'm just going with the deluxe version. I don't need the extra multiplayer stuff. I plan on playing a lot of multiplayer, but I don't feel like spending.
Yeah, I don't want to pay
Yeah.
$90 and not use that stuff,
Yeah.
I'm just very much looking forward to driving around that RC car. Especially because it has a little camera and stuff in it, and so I can't
Yeah,
wait.
you can record video and take pictures on it
Yes.
too, so you can be like undercover spy.
I also just can't wait for when I'm driving it outside my apartment complex. When it gets taken, I can see where it goes.
I don't know how useful a spy thing that's going to be. It's probably really loud.
Oh yeah, that thing's noisy.
It's like,
I'm sure someone's gonna get up to something with it at some point.
all right, well, we'll get spy videos.
I was a younger sibling once upon a time. I would have gotten up to something with
When
it.
it comes out, I will record the next podcast, or at least my part, with the Nomad.
Does it have a mic?
I could probably jerry rig one on there.
Okay, so
Quality material, right there. Yeah.
all right, let's go with some highlights because we all run YouTube channels. Even Carlin runs a YouTube channel.
Yes,
Like
amazing.
that's kind of like you kind of have to have a YouTube channel to be on the show, although maybe not. We'll might have to change
Unless
that
you're
rule.
like a developer or a voice actor
Yeah.
and you did something pretty cool
Hint,
like
hint.
that, then hint, hint. Nudge,
We
nudge.
hint,
wink, wink.
we do not discriminate
cough.
against the developers or voice actors.
So what's the coolest video you have out right now, BioFan?
So I did another news update over like the new leaked character stuff, some multiplayer details, kind of things like that, squad mate info, just kind of the stuff that's in the last week. So I've been pumping out these news updates. 2 weeks ago, I did the largest one I've ever done, which is now like my like 4th or 5th most popular video ever. Then a week later, I did another news update, which is now like my 6th or 7th most popular video ever. And then like 2 days ago, I put out another one, and it's doing really well. So I'm just pumping out the news updates. And by the time this is out, I will probably have done my analysis of the Nomad and Tempest briefing. I've just had a lot of stuff happen with starting the semester and stuff, so I just haven't gotten to it yet. But I will, and it'll be good, because my analyses are awesome. People really like them, so they'll be out soon.
Way to be modest. Tucker, what do you got going on?
I've been pretty busy over on Halo Follower because of the beta, and that is also part of my job with Halo
You like
Follower.
Halo?
I know,
What?
right? That is also part of my job is making videos over on that channel. But I am, or there will be a video on Mass Effect Follower that is another what if video that people seem to have liked. That the first one that was what if the genophage was never created. The next one coming out is what if Shepard never touched the beacon.
Ooh.
Does that
Yeah.
does that mean that the trilogy doesn't happen?
No, it's like
No,
okay,
it
so say
happens.
he didn't touch it. Instead, they put
She
it on
touched
the
it. Okay.
You know, that sounds a lot like my
I'm-
sex
I'm-
life.
Yeah.
Oh,
But yeah. But so they put it on the Normandy, and then someone else interacted with it. It may have killed the person because they may not have been enough strong-willed. They may not have gotten the message
Jenkins
around.
touched it.
They may not have gotten around. The council may have slapped some legislations on it. So Saren would have gotten so far ahead that we wouldn't have been able to fully stop him. Then Mass Effect 3 may have started right then. Things like that.
So like Mass Effect 3 would have started when like Mass Effect 2 started.
Basically, it is this doesn't happen. How does the story change?
So the trilogy
That
doesn't
sounds
happen.
Interesting.
And then another
Interesting.
one that we are working on, which I haven't done anything for, it's probably going to come out in sometime, is what if the humans' first interaction was not with the Turians, if it was with a different race?
If it was with the Asari, there'd be a lot of sex.
Well, see, that was the one.
If it was with the Asari, I think it might have been less violent because the Turians are pretty militant.
Yeah, a lot of sex.
So, but like the reason that there was a first contact war in the first place is because the Turians saw the humans trying to mess with the relay that the council said no, don't touch that, and humans didn't know that because the humans didn't meet any aliens yet. So the Turians were like, "You're breaking the law." So I think that any other race that was like within council race would have been like, "You're breaking the law,"
Well,
and then it would have been like the exact
yeah,
same
so
thing.
the Turians didn't say you're breaking the law; they just shot.
yeah.
So
we do have
it's
a
a little,
script.
it's a little different.
But it was like a really bad law.
Well, we do have a script, but the
So.
script goes over, it kind of explains how the interaction with the Turians. Then there was the Krogans, the Batarians, the Vorcha, the Asari, and the Solarians, kind of what it would be. And I very much love this series stuff, and I want to know like some
We
ideas
should
you
put
guys might have.
Hanar as an option because
I'm picturing first contact with the Vorcha. We're like, man, there isn't intelligent life out here.
like
Guys, what the fuck was that? Did you see that thing?
We're like, oh my god, what is it?
Why are they screeching at us?
God, fuck space. Fuck space, guys. Let's check out the underwater.
Ah, you die now! The Vorcha Counselor will kindly refrain from further interruptions.
Carlin, what do you got going on your channel, which has links all over the place on our videos?
Yay! Well, mostly I've been talking about controversies lately, debates going on with camera and that kind of stuff. Such a dumb debate. But I have been talking about a few theories for multiplayer, for the Tempest, for what was it? Quarians, a couple of videos for that. But I do plan on in the next couple of weeks releasing some of my own theory videos on how the Ket are possibly perceiving us as we're coming into Andromeda, perceiving us as, this evil alien race of Milky Wayans trying to invade, taking worlds, taking resources, and how we could be seen as actually the bad guy by the people we perceive to be the bad guys. And possibly even the fact that we might be the ones that start the remnant back to rising out of these vaults and these ruins, and maybe the Ket had something to do with locking them away a long time ago. So yet another reason to see us as the enemy.
that's an interesting theory. I like that.
So you got like a
one.
theory attack going on, like lots of theories.
My mind is crazy. I constantly am thinking outside the box. I try to find the most random thoughts possible, and I'm like, could that actually happen? And then I try to find evidence in the past that could lead to it, and I'm like, it won't work. But my audience is awesome because they come up with awesome theories all the time. Some of them won't work because, well, timeline is a thing. But like the whole Remnant Vault stuff, they've led me down some awesome theorizing paths for how the Ket will perceive us.
Crazy theories, you say?
Yes.
Sounds like something I could get on board with.
Yes, you and me could probably talk for a few
Carlin,
hours.
you use logic though from the videos I watched.
Yes.
Okay, Tucker, you're out of luck.
Yes.
There is no fun when you have to have logic in your theory.
Yeah, well, I use logic to a certain extent, but every now and then I will go a little crazy and be like, if only this could happen here, then we could have giant, metal dragons from just Dragon Age flying around. That'd be awesome. Why not? Let's have frickin' golems come back. They can be the new synthetics. Why not? Let's think of a theory for that, but then logic has to send, of course. Thanks, logic. You ruined my time.
All right, I'm continuing to update my stuff as I get back into the swing of things. Put out a character video just a little bit ago. I'm going to get into more guns, and then finally, because it's asked for a lot, get back into lore. At least a little bit before we get the real stuff from Andromeda.
Nice.
So, cool. All right, so for those of you who've been waiting, this is a joke segment that we had recorded earlier with BioFan and AbilityDrain, and somehow Carlin and Tucker are going to disappear, and it's going to be awkward, and I'm going to drop it right now.
I wasn't allowed.
No, you left. You just got up and left.
All right.
All right, here we go. Okay, so do you guys want to get in? We had this giveaway that you guys wanted to do.
Oh, Jesus God, okay.
And
that thing.
And then we're like, oh, wow. And it never happened. So it's going to happen now.
I
It's
know.
gonna happen now!
No!
Right now! Get ready!
Right
when
now.
you yell like that, I have to pot you way down. Like kill 70% of your volume. It's amazing. I don't know how your microphone still exists. It's almost like you destroy it or something.
Evil laugh.
Okay.
Well, we've got 10.
Okay. So for the competition, we asked people to send us jokes that we would read on the podcast and judge on the podcast, and then select winners to give away our t-shirts that we received extras to. Mm-hmm. So do you want to start by reading one of the top 10?
Okay, so we have 10, as BioFan just said. So I'll go first. What did Shepard say to the counsellor after they were rescued by Fane? It looks like you were, put glasses on, saved by the drow. That's kind of cheesy,
I like how that
but I like it.
put glasses on became a thing.
Put glasses
Yeah,
on.
and you just want the, yeah,
I
music
like
in the
how that
background.
became a thing.
And then the next one is, how did Canadians lose their rhythm? They left their cadence on Vermine by Leslie Everett. I like that one.
That's clever.
I like that one because
like
it has
that.
an extra, BioFan Andromenerds twist to it.
I love it.
I also forgot to mention that first one about the drill was by Sonic Subpan 24. So this second one is a joke in the form of a picture. So we'll put it up on screen so you can see it. And that is by Julia.
Okay, there it is.
See it?
Wait, so the Geth don't have pinky toes, but the Quarians do? Is that what
Either
the joke
way,
is
he
supposed to be
stubbed his
about?
toe. This is the point.
I just, that's adorable. Oh, I see. They even, pointed out the pinky toe. I'd never noticed that on the foot. Do you see in the top right corner?
Oh, the little top. Yeah.
That's the toe they're talking about, I guess.
Yeah.
That's a toe. Well, that's a crap
think so.
location for a toe. I would hate my toe to be near my heel.
Imagine the amount. Yeah, you'd keep catching it on everything.
Yeah.
Unless it gives an extra balance because it's quite strong or something. So if you tip back, you're not going to fall over.
It's just thoughtful.
Okay. This next one is from Star Chaser 23. What did Shepard say to Garrus when her pet parrot went missing? Paragon? Get it? Like Paragon? Paragon?
And that was by Star Chaser 23. What do you get if you cross a mild curry with a giant intergalactic space worm? A Baltimore. And that's by Axe Blood Theory. That's clever. I think that's... Because a Balti is a curry and a Freshamore is the big worm thing. Get it?
Yeah. All right.
You call yourself a
Okay.
fan. Terrible.
No, I just this stuff's weird. You guys are, well, I don't know. How weird would mine be? Probably weirder. Okay.
We asked for jokes, and this was the best that we got.
No, they're just like really bizarre. I like it. That's what I'm trying to say.
They're punny. It's clever.
So, did you know? So, this next one comes from Cat Gray. Did you know the Quarians are making a movie about boxing? It's called Muhammad Tali Gets Rannocked Out.
Gets Rannocked Out. It's pretty clever.
That's funny. That's clever.
I like
Muhammad Tali.
I like the number of puns we're getting. We're just
Rannocked out.
Okay, ready? How does Shepard and Kasumi steal the grey box? They piejack it. Get it? And that's from Carl from California.
Thank you, Carl.
From California.
Carl from California. The bodacious Carl.
Okay, this one's kind of long. It's from Ashley Brunzecki. I think that's how you say your name. Brunzecki, one of those. A while back, I was on Tachanka in some hole-in-the-wall bar. Literally, there was a giant hole in the wall. But the I can never say this word. Rincall, or what's the, like, Krogan alcohol,
yeah.
whatever. Rincall, whatever.
Rincall.
Was good, and I saw this attractive Grogan female sitting alone. I know you can't just approach a female and ask if she wants to reproduce. You gotta compliment her first. I looked her over and noticed she was wearing this fancy blue wrap. So I grew a quad, finished my drink, and told her that's a really nice piejack pashmina you're wearing. She rolled her set eyes and said, "It's a sorry."
Pretty clever.
Oh,
okay,
that
ready?
poor lady. I was talking about the poor lady is sorry who became a scarf.
Just stretched her out and wrapped her around her neck. Still alive. What do you call an insect with a weak bladder? A PB. And that's by Jodeci Parquet. I hope I pronounced that correctly.
I like that one.
A PB.
Oh boy.
What's the first thing a Sorry. What's the first thing a Krogan Boy Scout learns? How to tie an urge knot. By Lucy Hall.
That's my favorite. I think. I like that.
All right, we're gonna put our heads together.
Minius,
and come up with
which
the
one
winners.
was your favorite?
Oh, that's the problem is that I don't have a guide and I don't know who wrote who. What's the PB
Well,
one?
we've got it on a
PB
document.
one.
You can have a quick look over.
Oh, I can go to what's
Yeah.
the PB? Can I vote for the PB one?
You can vote for the PB one.
Sweet.
Okay. And then I really like the sunglasses one. The one with the Thane putting on the sunglasses.
Saved by the Drow.
Been saved by the Drow. I like that one. So I'll pick that one as one of them.
So that's 3. We got one more.
No, we need 2 more.
Well,
I've already picked
Lucy
mine.
Hall.
The
Yeah.
Krogan Boy Scout. How to tie an urge
Okay,
knot.
you picked Krogan Boy Scout. We need one more that was Tucker's pick.
What do you think Tucker would like?
Oh,
The Canadians losing their rhythm because they left their cadence on Vermeer? That one?
Yeah.
Maybe.
If
are
that's
we
the one you like.
Go with that one?
okay.
So there we go.
So our winners are Sonic Subpan24, the Leslie Everett,
Jodeci Parquet and
Lucy Hall. There we go.
Congratulations.
So
we will email you and we'll get those sent out.
We will get those sent out to peoples. Woo.
Also, on a similar note, speaking about Andromenerds t-shirts, we had an idea to go through this service, and apparently that service is not going to work. So we had to come up with a new plan. The original idea was to sell some t-shirts and then use that money to put this on iTunes, which is like a double thumbs up.
What?
And now we don't have a way to sell the t-shirts in a proper way, and we can't put it on iTunes. So it's like 2 thumbs down. We'll get.
Don't give this video 2 thumbs down.
Well,
that's not what
it's
he's asking.
also
you.
impossible. We'll figure something out.
You only
yeah,
have one thumb.
take that. We'll figure something out. If you have suggestions for how to make T-shirts properly and send them out, put them down in the comment section.
Don't they do it? What about God? What's it called? Spreadshirt? Don't they all? They make them and send them out for you or something, and then they take like a cut. I don't know.
That's
we need a
kind of what we
that, like, will
need.
make them for us, and then like split the profit with
the
us.
largest issue here is shipping. So like the shipping is really rough. So it'd be better if we had a company that had shipping connections that could get these to you at a reasonable price.
That's what. Well, I mean, we'll look into it. There are loads of services, but it's just a case of finding one that's reasonable, that don't make crappy products.
Yeah, that's the second part. Like, if you put on a T-shirt, you should not want to like immediately take it off.
Yeah, and if you wash it, you don't want it falling apart.
Those are two.
Like paper.
Those are two very important factors. That
especially if you're wearing it outside, you don't want to flash your boobs off to everybody.
That's all the nerdy news we've got for today. Remember that every time you like and share this video, Garrus performs an extra calibration.
True story.
Although he might do that anyway.
Yeah, he'll do it.
But
regardless.
he performs an extra one.
So like on top of the other one.
Video.
Yeah, never ending.
On top of his regular calibrations, he performs an extra one for every like this video receives.
I think one of my favorite lines of Garrus's is when he's chatting with Legion about how Legion doesn't think he can calibrate the gun any better, and then he does. That might be my favorite Garrus line. Remember that if you have any questions for us, Mass Effect related or otherwise, feel free to email us at andromenerds@gmail.com because we read your questions on the air every week. It's true. Along with our co-host, be sure to follow Andromenerds on Twitter. If you like this podcast and would like to see some more awesome videos, be sure to check out and subscribe to our respective channels.
Bye.
Oh, your dog is so cute next to your microphone.
He wouldn't let me talk. I would go towards the mic to talk. He started licking me.